Everything new in hotfix 80. It's kind of a lot, so we're going to try and break it down piece by piece. First up, tons of bug fixes. Here are some of the most important ones. Class fixes. Rogues had a weird visual glitch when hiding and fighting giant worms. That was fixed. Druids in Panther form weren't always taking their proper damage due to invalid hits. Also fixed. Sorcerer's Wind Blast is now properly scaled with distance, and the Electric Dash can't be abused to escape pro damage anymore. Warlocks had issues with Soul Collector and Shadow Touch stacking way too many Dark Shards. That's been patched. Bosses like the Ghost King and Spectral Knight also had issues getting stuck or leaving their boss rooms, which has been fixed. Mobs in the Goblin Cave had movement problems, and some in Crypt and Inferno also had delayed recognition towards players. That should be all sorted. In terms of maps, we've had a lot of collision issues, stuck spots, and visual bugs. Those should be patched, but go light on that. Props that were blocking gameplay or causing players to get stuck have also been adjusted. Background objects in Frost Mountain and Goblin Cave have been cleaned up to improve performance and overall just server response. Inventory and UI, some weapons weren't throwing properly, and the inventory swap animation was sometimes skipping. That's been addressed. Cloaks aren't displaying properly when being looted from corpses. That has also been fixed. Marketplace had some drop-down menu issues. Those should now work as expected. Now for balances. Now let's talk balance. First, some system-wide changes. Bunny hopping is dead. No more hopping around to dodge attacks left and right. I don't know if this is going to affect druids and their bunny hopping whenever they're shape-shifting in between different forms, but I guess we'll just see. Your weapon hot swapping has been removed. You can't instantly equip your weapons from your inventory anymore, which is really going to affect the gameplay that we see from windless crossbows and high roller. Armor rating has also been adjusted, so higher end armor gives better physical damage reduction. Physical and magical damage curves have been reworked to be more balanced at the high end. We also have some class balance changes. Barbarian's reckless attack armor pin has been nerfed from 85 to 75. Not really anything too crazy there. Wizard has been nerfed just a tiny bit. Ignite's duration has been cut in half from its original duration of 15 seconds all the way down to 8 seconds. Haste is now 6 seconds instead of 8 seconds. Chain Lightning, Zap, and Explosion, however, all got attribute scaling buffs. A little bit of a buff to outweigh those previous delays. Cleric has been nerfed in Bless and Protection. They both now only last 8 seconds. I think they lasted like 20 before. I'm not too sure. I'm not a big Cleric guy. Bard nerfs Accelerando and Allegro. I'm sorry. Those both last 6 seconds instead of 8 seconds. Harmonic Shield is now self-target only. Warlock has been buffed for whatever fucking reason. Curse of Pain now scales better, and Darkness Shards can stack twice. Druid has been nerfed. They cut down the Tree of Life's HP half. I've only recently been playing High Roller, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people are complaining about Strength Druid builds and High Roller. I'm not sure how that works or if they're ever going to nerf that, but Sorcerer got hit really hard. Wind Blast range has been nerfed from 7 meters to 4 meters, so all you fighters and barbarians, rogues, anybody trying to get up close and personal with a Sorcerer should have a bit of an easier time trying to close in those gaps. Fire Arrow, Flame Strike, and Fire Orb all do less damage now. Electric Dash, however, does more landing damage, and Flamethrower got buffed. In terms of weapon balance, the Windless Crossbow has been nerfed. It does less damage and armor penetration. In terms of weapon balance, however, the Windless Crossbow has been nerfed and now deals less damage, and its armor pen has been reduced from 40 to 35%. Several melee, like daggers, axes, and two-handed weapons got damage tweaks. I'm not going to go too in-depth because that's a lot. You can read the patch notes over in their Discord if you want. I'm going to be linking it in the description. The Rondell Dagger, Chris Dagger, and Lantern Shield all now have lower multipliers. Now for some newer content and gameplay changes. The update isn't just about fixes, there is a lot of new stuff too. Test Season 2 for Arena ends on March 10th. A new season is coming with some fresh changes. We have a new Druid spell, Orb of Nature. Sorcerer gets 6 new perks and 4 new spells, including Frost Lightning and Aqua Prison. We have some dungeon changes where Goblin Cave and Ruins are now in part of the random dungeon map pool. New dungeon modules have been added to Crypts and Ruins to balance out this random mapping. A dual boss indicator now shows which boss is still alive. Lighting improvements and the darker areas of dungeons, which is a bit ironic because the game's called Dark and Darker, but hey, we could all use a little bit of help getting those sneaky rogues out of the game. The Goblin Cave rope exit has been updated for better visibility, improved UI, and marketplace functionality, which a lot of us have been hoping for, so at the time of this video, the servers are still down. I'm gonna hope that that marketplace really lives up to its name. Now, the main stuff that all of you sweats are looking for, all of you big boss people, the high roller mode revamp. High roller is now going full hardcore mode. The devs are pushing HR to be a brutal and in-game challenge, not just a harder normal mode. Random portals and Darkstorm are back, no more predictable escapes. Pretty much everybody was guaranteed almost an extract in high roller before, because you'd have triple blue portals open up just 2 minutes into your raid at the same spot every raid. Dungeon recovery is disabled. No more reviving your teammates after a wipe. Rewards and difficulty will be adjusted over time based on whatever feedback we give. The devs say they're going to be bringing back the true hardcore dungeon crawling experience with this update, but expect growing pains as they fine-tune the system, so expect a couple of bumps here with this update. Final thoughts on that high roller mode and all that arena stuff. Essentially, they just see it as a separate hardcore experience rather than something for everyone. They want it to be there strictly for the hardcore players. For the test season 3 of Arena, major changes will happen with players temporarily keeping their items after a loss. That's a whole different story that I'm sure we'll get more on. New player reporting system too. You can now see how many of your cheater reports actually led to a ban. Like I said, everything's just going to keep on evolving on more feedback. That's essentially the full breakdown of this massive update. I could have gone more in depth with very tiny things, nitpicking everything, but I just wanted to get something out for you guys. What do you guys think about the high roller changes? Do you like the new dungeon system? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the breakdown, drop a like. I'm live on Twitch almost every day, and thank you for watching. See you in the dungeons.